Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Albert and Billy Show. You're listening to us here on WUAT Radio, and you're watching us on Channel 18, BTC Fiber Television, and also on the BTC Fiber YouTube channel. As I always say, like, subscribe, comment. Am I missing anything? Like, subscribe, comment.
That's enough.
Yeah, I think so. Nice comments, of course. But yeah, get on there and check it out. You can watch all the episodes of the Albert and Billy Show anytime you want to on there, or you can watch any of the other episodes of the other original series on Channel 18 as well. So get on there and check it out. Anytime, 24/7. You can check it out anytime.
People can actually go back and 2 or 3 years ago and watch an episode.
Yeah. Yes, this is how. See, Papa knows nothing about
modern technology.
Social media at all. Yeah. But yes, yeah. Every episode is on there. Yeah. That's pretty cool. I like that. So yeah, anyway, yeah, check all that out, folks. And we're glad you're joining us. It's April the 12th, right, Papa?
April the 12th.
April showers bring May flowers, and boy, it sure is practicing, isn't it?
What did all this wind bring?
I don't know that wind. I didn't expect it to be that strong. Did you yesterday? That was crazy.
It moves me.
Yeah, I think it moved a lot of people.
I walk faster.
I did too. And I won't say their name, but a buddy of mine was, he didn't know it was windy out there either, and he just opened the door, and he literally about flew out the door. It was like you thought a tornado had swallowed him up or something. It was funny, but man, it got windy really fast though. Yeah, it did. And I was saying, but it's been raining like cats and dogs, like for the last few weeks, seems like.
Vicky took me to the doctor yesterday in Chattanooga, and we had to contend with rain off and on all day.
Yeah, yesterday it did rain like that all day long.
It rained hard over there.
I bet. Yeah, pretty much storms when it rains though, a lot of times. So yeah, I say bring on those Mayflowers. But it's going to be pretty, it's been pretty today, and it's supposed to remain like this at least through Tuesday, so that's a nice change of pace.
Sunday is supposed to be 80 degrees.
Oh, wow.
80 degrees.
I mean, I'll take it, but that's a little hot for my, 75 is perfect for me. 70 really.
That's summertime weather.
Yeah, that really is, yeah. That's big time. Summertime weather there. Let's see, Papa. Of course, we got announcements as always. We got birthdays, so I will go ahead and get them out of the way because there's, how many did you say?
Like 18.
18 of them. It didn't seem like that many when I said, yeah, I'll say them. It literally didn't look like that many, so hang on a second and I'll say them. I'll have to get a drink before I start it. Okay, folks. Happy birthday to the following people. Now, these were on April the 10th, so happy belated birthday to, I think you pronounce it's Jolynn. Jolynn, okay. Jolynn Good. Her birthday was April the 10th. And also Jason Hastings' birthday was on April the 10th, as was Rebecca Angels. So happy birthday. Rebecca. Yeah. So happy birthday to Jolynn, Jason, and Rebecca. And now these are today. We got several today, Papa. Johnny Anderson, Jonas Barger, Keani Payne. These are all today that I'm saying. So happy birthday to all you guys. Also, happy birthday today to Sandra Hitchcox. And then tomorrow, April the 13th on Saturday. We got 3. Happy birthday to Jack Pendergrass and Emily Simmons. And also happy birthday to Mary Hall. I love her. She's so nice. Also us, and then so that's all for the 13th. And then on the 14th, Papa, we've got 4. And so I'll go ahead and say early happy birthday to Sandra Olinger and Vanessa Angel and April Quay. Happy birthday to all you guys. Also happy early birthday to Chase Shaver. Happy birthday, Chase, April, Vanessa, and Sandra. And Josh Robertson, his birthday's on the 15th, Papa, along with Crystal Smith. So happy birthday to Josh and Crystal. And then lastly, on April 16th, happy birthday to Mason Mills. So man, oh man, that was a lot. That was a lot of names. But so happy birthday to all you guys. Let's see, Papa, we had obviously some events coming up. There's one on this one though. Yep, here it is, because this one is tomorrow, folks. This one is Saturday, April the 13th, tomorrow morning, 7 to 10 a.m. Go down to the Veterans Hall, and it's the Veterans Hall monthly breakfast. This one is sponsored by Walker Land and Auction Services. Oh, that's nice. I'm trying to think of who that.
I've seen that advertised in the Bledsoe.
Okay, maybe it's Marlon Walker. Or
Blake.
is it Blake Walker? Okay, all right. Well, that's who sponsored Walker Land and Auction Services. So that's good there. Come out and enjoy. Everything they have is always good, folks. You can get biscuits and gravy, ham, sausage, bacon, scrambled eggs, hash browns, tomatoes, and you can get yourself a cup of coffee or a glass of milk or a glass of orange juice. They just ask for a donation to go towards the maintenance of the building, but I mean, I think everybody gives, like between $5 and $10 though, because remember, it's volunteer. That they do these things because they have to. So that's why it's important to support them. So.
And this is good that they have a sponsor that pays for the food to have the breakfast.
Yeah. So we need to, recognize them more often, because that's good that they do that.
That's good.
They don't have to do that. So I'm glad that they do that. It's nice to see. Let's see. So that can start your day off tomorrow for sure, and what a way to start it off. You won't regret that. I think that is pretty much it though going on that day. I think you have the most of the stuff for that day. So, but we'll tell you guys about this. Is not this weekend, but it's going to be it'll actually be on a Monday, Papa, April the 29th. But we talked about it, I think, last week, but it's the first time we've talked about this in quite some time, because they've not been around. But they're back. It's the open table at the Pineville United Methodist Church, and they are back probably after I want to say maybe a 2-year break, at least 2 years, maybe more. I'm not sure. As you folks will remember, and Papa, you will too. This is a free meal to everyone.
Yeah.
So
you don't have to be a Methodist.
You don't. Anybody can go and eat it, and it's good. It's good. And and just fellowship with people, so it's a good thing that they do. I'm glad to see.
Now, what are the hours?
Let's see. Okay, 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. and that I remember that's how it was before. It's always like that. Yep. So remember to get there between 11:30 and 12:30, folks. I think they let people come a little early though, and I've never seen them turn anybody away either. if they were, a few minutes late. So that's a good program that they're doing, though. I'm glad to see that coming back. Well, that's really good, actually. And here's another good thing, Papa. This is a big event coming up on May the 4th. So we'll be telling you more about this, obviously. We had Becky Ridley on here a couple years ago. That's the first time we really talked about this on here, anyway. And it's about mental health, and it's called Don't Duck Mental Health Day. Don't Duck Mental Health Day, and that day has been set for May the 4th. And the program it's the Bledsoe Aware program. I remember that. They had the blue shirts. So it's part of that program.
I've still got mine.
I have mine too. Yeah. So, well, Miss Ridley, if you're listening, I thought we might, if you're watching or listening, we might have to bring you back and film another episode and talk about this again. Because, like I said, it's coming up on May the 4th, and that's going to be on a Saturday. And that's important also because this is kicking off things for the first Summer Night Series at the Main Street Stage. So, the Summer Night Series, and a lot of times the farmers market will be open. The car shows, it's a kickoff to all that stuff. So that'll be a big day. So anyway, the mental health of children in Pikeville and Bledsoe County is being brought to the forefront, though, as local officials have proclaimed May 4th as National Children's Mental Health Awareness Day. I like that. Mayor Winky Cagle was talking about that, and Bledsoe County Mayor Greg Ridley. They each signed a proclamation declaring the day to address complex mental needs of the complex mental needs of the children, youth, young adults, and families in their communities today. So the Bledsoe Aware Director, Dr. Becky Ridley, and her staff working alongside school counselors within the Bledsoe County school system to help the students. And I remember her talking about that, and you can read more about that. It's on the front page of the Bledsoe, guys. But it's a good program, and we might have to, like I said, we might have to bring her back on here and talk about that again, Papa.
She does a good job.
Yeah, she did. She did a real good job with that. All right, I'm hoping that I hope I don't have any more announcements, at least for a little bit. I'm gonna let you talk for a minute.
I've got a couple. We're going to have a rook tournament tomorrow, and that rook tournament will start at 1 o'clock, and it does not have an ending time because it's dependent on who wins the rook tournament and how long it takes to play. Remember, it's double elimination.
Yeah,
you got to get beat twice before you're out.
That's true. Which is common in rook. That's common.
Yes, the cost is $10 per person.
Yeah.
Not per unit, not per team.
Yeah.
But in addition to getting to play rook all day almost, you get a free meal.
Yeah.
And that meal includes
good stuff too.
Your entree and your drink and your chips.
Ice cream.
And ice cream that is the dessert. And all that is yours if you come and join in the rook playing. Now, if you win or you come in second, you get a prize.
You get a trophy.
You get a trophy, and so
I have a couple of them trophies by Georgie.
Really?
Yes. Don't sound so surprised, Papa.
I never have won anything.
I bet you've won a rook tournament before in your day.
No, Carolyn did. Carolyn was good.
She was.
She had a trophy, world's greatest rook player.
Yeah. I remember that.
Okay, also, this is going to come up in 2 more weeks, April the 27th. There is going to be a breakfast out at the Fall Creek Falls Fire Department.
Oh, yeah, we like that one.
They will have biscuits and gravy, scrambled eggs, hash brown potatoes. But in addition to all that, they will have waffles with fruit. and then they will have
That sounds
fruit
good, too.
as a side dish.
Mhm.
They'll have bacon and sausage and country ham and fried bologna, 4 different choices for your meat.
Mhm.
They will have orange juice, coffee, and milk and water for you to drink. The
Sounds
cost,
good.
$10 per person. But if you're under age 10,
Under 10, you can eat
you
free.
get to eat free.
Mhm.
And I've seen some 10-year-olds that can eat as much as me.
Oh yeah. Oh,
or
yeah.
more.
Yeah.
But that's from 7
That's
o'clock
funny.
that morning
Yeah.
until 10 o'clock. So avail yourself of that opportunity to have a breakfast with the
Yeah.
folks out there at Fall Creek Falls.
Yeah, because that sounds really good.
And don't forget that rope tournament. That's tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock. Over here
Exactly.
at Ember's Ice Cream Shop.
Yeah, right across the street, Ember's Ice Cream Shop, and people can't complain about being too late with that time, because 1 o'clock, that's a good time to set it. So
So those of you that
It
are
wouldn't
my
end that
age
way.
or close to my age, this is in the old Ford Motor Company building.
yeah, that's right.
That's where I bought my first car.
Wow.
1960. That's just been 84 years ago. No, 64 years ago.
Shut up.
64 years ago.
It was most recently, before it was Embers, it was the fire department
Yeah, that's
for a long
right.
time.
That was fire department for a long time. Now they're building a building down here close to the fire department.
Yeah, what is that? Do we know? Do we know, producer?
Park the new ladder truck.
Do what now?
Park the new ladder truck. Even
Oh.
new ladder truck. will
It's
fit
in with the
shop.
conjunction.
Okay.
It's in with the fire department.
Okay. Well, that's good.
They have to have ladders to take care of that building that's been built over there.
You'd have to have it. Oh yeah. Are you talking about Avagen?
Avagen.
Yeah. Well, Papa, I guess it is time for your famous trivia.
I guess I will have that right here available.
No telling what it's going to be about, but
No, there's no
that's how it
telling.
always is.
Okay, let me tell you, I've got some doozies ready for Albertology.
Oh my
But
God.
this is our trivia.
Exactly.
In Tennessee has counties.
Mm-hmm.
What does New York and Louisiana have instead of a county?
Well, I know in like New York City, like they call their districts, they're like it's something different. Boroughs.
Boroughs.
Okay.
They do not have counties.
Yeah, and Louisiana, which I've been to both places, and I know more in Louisiana though. It's parishes.
Boy, I did not think you'd know that.
Yeah, buddy.
What about that?
Mm-hmm.
But can you imagine, out of
That's
50
pretty cool,
states,
I think.
2 of those states choose
know.
not to have a designated area as a subdivision of that state. They call it county.
That
They
is weird.
call those boroughs and parishes.
Yeah, I know. Parishes sounds cool though for some reason. Like I do like that.
I would think that has a French flavor.
Yeah, it's got to. Yeah.
Okay, number 2. Of all the trees in Tennessee, only one is referred to as the mighty blank, and it's 3 letters. The mighty blank.
The mighty oak tree.
The mighty oak tree. Oak is
buddy. They're pretty.
recognized as the strongest of trees in Tennessee.
I can see that. They're big.
You know what makes them stay for so long? Is their root system.
Yeah,
Their root system.
I remember learning about that in school, actually, Papa.
Okay, speaking of trees,
Hmm.
there are 2 species of trees that have no leaves. What are the 2 trees that have no
man.
leaves? Instead, they have needles.
Crap.
What
Cactus?
should
A cactus?
No,
What?
tree in Tennessee.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear the Tennessee part. Well, what? I'm trying to think of something else that has needles, or is that what you said? Like,
What is it? It's common in my yard. There is one.
Give me a hint.
P. Starts with a P.
Some guy in shorts told me to bring you this black car.
Don't tell me just yet, 'cause it's driving me crazy. Lifeline, do you have a clue?
Well, I'm be telling you.
White. White.
They're white.
White is another
Oh.
designation. White blank tree.
Oh, a white oak tree.
No, white.
Oh,
no, white oak has leaves.
That's right. Do you know that one, Lifeline?
Pines.
Pines.
Pine tree
Dang
has
it.
needles,
Dang it. Yeah. I knew it was going to be something like
but
that.
the other tree is mostly associated with Christmas.
Yeah, that's true.
What is it?
You're asking me what Christmas tree?
That's a pine
Yeah, it is.
Or a cedar.
Yeah.
or a cedar. But
And I do
also
prefer having the real tree.
fir tree. If
I prefer white, yeah. But I always preferred though having the real tree. At least when I was a kid, I liked having the real tree. It just seemed like so much better than having the artificial Christmas tree.
I think so too. Okay, number 5. I'm gonna skip number 4. What is a robin's favorite food? A robin. They hop
A
around.
worm?
What?
Worm?
That's it. Do you know
Oh,
how many
yeah.
feet of ramen they eat per day?
Robins eat how many worms a day?
How many feet of worms a day?
Oh, shoot, I don't know. No, there's no telling.
21 feet of worms per day.
My God.
I used to feed
That's-
my birds, and the doves could not get in the bird feeder, so I put seed out on the ground for the doves.
Mhm.
I've seen robins hop all over those seed, not touch a seed. They
Wow.
were after meat.
Dang.
They eat worms. Okay,
Dang.
number 6. What type of flower is used mostly by courting fellas?
Rose.
A rose.
Man,
You know what courting
roll
fellas
day.
are.
Yeah. Yeah. Dating nowadays.
What color of rose do they like?
Well, normally it would be the red rose.
Normally.
Mhm.
I would agree with you. Okay, number 8. When Jesus said a certain bird cannot fall to the ground without him knowing about it, what type of bird was he referring to? He
A
used
sparrow?
a sparrow. Boy, I'm
Yeah.
so proud of you, Billy. Not many people would know that. A sparrow.
Yeah, I'm on a
But can
road
you
day,
imagine?
Papa.
Can you imagine when I was a boy, I had a BB gun and I would shoot a sparrow?
Yeah.
Kill a sparrow. And God kept up with how many sparrows I killed.
Exactly.
In the reptile
Right.
world, which snake squeezes their prey to death?
Oh, that's easy. That is the python.
Python or
And anaconda will too.
anaconda or a boa constrictor.
Yeah, them too. Yeah, and the one thing they have in common, they're all enormous. They're huge.
They're huge.
Gosh.
They're as big as my arm or bigger.
Oh shoot, yeah, man alive.
I remember one time a man came in the store when I was working at Myrtle's, and he had a snake wrapped around his arm.
Mm.
He had it wrapped around his arm.
Yeah, forget that.
Last one. Name the largest bird that people hunt for prey. The largest bird that people hunt to eat.
Turkey.
Turkey.
Maybe.
It
Turkey.
might be a larger bird than that, but that's the largest
That's
one I
it,
know
yeah.
about.
Yeah, that'd be the most common anyway.
That's all I have
Well,
in trivia.
I think I aced it pretty dang good this week, Papa.
You did well. You did well. I was proud of you.
Well, thank you. All right, folks. Coming up after the commercial break, we'll have some sports of all sorts for you. Hopefully, you'll have some good news for us. At least some good Tennessee news today, Papa.
Well, we'll have some good SEC news too.
Okay. Well, that's good to hear too. That's good here too. And of course, after that, we'll have some good old Albertology.
It's going to be different.
Surely
It's going to
not.
be different.
Oh Lord, help me. And and the jokes after that, of course. So
Oh yeah.
stick around, folks. That's all coming up after the commercial break. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned.
You need a bank that you can depend on. Here at Citizens Tri-County Bank, we have the most dependable staff that you will ever meet. Call in, you will not get an automated attendant, you'll get a person. But on the other side, we have all the technology that anyone would need, from apps to online banking to bill pay. So please come and grow with us as we're about to celebrate our 50th year. We are the only community bank you will ever need.
Support small business and shop DunlapMercantile.com.
Bledsoe Telephone Cooperative, connecting the Sequatchie Valley to the world.
At Jason Lewis Dunlap Supercenter, we're committed to be better. Better prices, better vehicles, a better experience. Your Jason Lewis Dunlap Supercenter understands that you rely on us to provide you with the highest quality of used vehicles. With over 350 pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. So what are you waiting for? Let us show you a better experience with the Jason Lewis Automotive family. Come visit us at Rankin Avenue here in Dunlap or on the web at dunlapsupercenter.com.
Welcome back, folks, to the Albert and Billy Show. You're listening to us here on WU18 Radio and watching us on Channel 18, BTC Fiber Television, Pawpaw, and the BTC Fiber YouTube channel as well.
Thank God for both of those.
That's right. That's right. And just get on there, like, subscribe, and comment. I keep thinking, every time I say it, I think I'm forgetting one today, but I think I'm saying
That's
them all.
enough. That's enough.
It is, isn't it? That's so.
But you don't want
Anyway.
a bad comment.
Right, yeah, but yeah, leave the nice ones, that's for sure.
Sweep those under the rug. Sweep those under the rug.
That's exactly right. We'll be guests, we're going to be guests on Mike and Bradley Papa on their next episode
Really?
that they filmed. Yeah, it's because our 300th episode is very close. Very close, producer. So yeah, and that's what they're going to be talking about.
Wow.
Is that. So yeah,
Can you
watch out
imagine-
for that, folks.
Can you imagine keeping something to talk about for 300 weeks?
No.
God,
No, it don't seem like it's even been that long. It's
I
crazy, isn't it?
I ran into Ronnie Colbert a while ago,
Oh, cool.
and he got sick a couple of years ago, and had me to come down and preach in his place.
Yeah, that was just like a year ago.
And he asked me today, he said, how many weeks did you come down there?
Several.
I said, I came for 9 weeks and I did not have 9 sermons.
Exactly, right. But yeah, they enjoyed it though.
Well, that's what he said. He said they enjoyed me being there. I said, how do you know?
Because they told him.
He said, well, a little bird told me.
That's right. I had a little bird tell me too.
Really?
Yeah, I did. A little blonde-headed bird told me.
Tammy?
Yeah.
You know, Tammy might be the one that gave me that saying. I told about it on television. I found that napkin in my pocket that I had stuck in my pocket.
Oh.
And I just written at the end of it, Tammy.
Oh, well, okay. Could have been then.
I did not know a Tammy, but she had.
That'd be her, Tammy Terry, or Tammy Simmons. I don't know who else would be.
No, but I traced it back to Tammy down there.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's funny. We'll thank our sponsors. Y'all have to still bear with me, folks. I'm still under the weather, but it's allergies now. They are out of control. They're driving me insane. My eyes are completely swollen nearly, and my head and throat and like nose. It's just enough to make you feel bad, Papa.
And you can't take anything for it.
No, not really. It's like you just kind of have to wait it out.
Tough it out. Yeah.
But anyway, thank you to a big thank you to our sponsors. Here, I'll say a big thank you to the following people and businesses. A big thank you to Citizens Tri-County Bank, Bilbrey Insurance, Scotty's of Pikeville, the offices of Janine Boynton, Lisa Wheeler, and Michael Walker over at the courthouse. And then Farm Bureau Insurance, go see Matt Massingill and his friendly staff down there in South Pikeville by Miss Heather Reed and Putnam Reed Funeral Home.
That's not where they are, is it?
Farm Bureau? Yeah.
Farm Bureau, but you said...
No, I said Farm Bureau. I said Matt Massingill. But Nick Smith
is one that's out on the bypass.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it said thank you to him too. Yeah, he's with State Farm.
State Farm.
So thank you, State Farm. Now we got me messed up here. It's quilting time.
Oh yeah.
The Daily Stop, Lee Station Baptist Church, Milldown Outdoor Adventures. Thank you to them. Nicaro Antiques, they're back open, folks.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad Gail's back. So come check it out. As we always say, they have a little bit of everything in here. And also they have their new place just a block up the street on Spring Street, called Spring Street Antiques.
They've got 3 antique places.
Yeah, that's true. Because there's one
behind the Embers ice cream shop.
That's right.
There is an antique
right across
place
from us. That's true. It's nice too. I've been in there too. It's nice. And also thank you to Morgan Brothers. Don't forget about the buffet they have now. It's really, really good. If you haven't ate it, I recommend it. Also include the Papa Family Restaurant. You can get breakfast there every morning. I recommend waffle all the time, but after today I also recommend getting an omelet.
Omelet?
Yeah, they got a good omelet.
How many eggs do you get with an omelet?
I don't know, there's quite a few.
There's more than one.
Yeah.
More than one.
Man, it is good, Papa. So yeah, try their omelet, folks, too.
I used to make an omelet.
Well,
Western omelet.
That's what this kind of...
Really?
Yeah, that's what it reminded. It was really good. I had steak sauce on it. It was good. And then of course the Bankwalker Brewery, also with Morgan Brothers. Go check them out on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights. They're doing on Thursday nights. It's a new thing. It's they do pool. It's a pool tournament basically. It's a pool league, I should say. It's a pool league. And if you win or place high, you can go to the next round. And eventually, if you make it, I think to the third round, you can basically win a trip to Las Vegas. You go to Las Vegas, yeah. So
that'd be worth working for.
Yeah, exactly. So you can do that on Thursday nights if you want to, participate and sign up for their pool league.
Good deal.
Sounds worth it, yeah. All right. Let's hear about some depressing sports. Hopefully we'll hear some good stuff too, though. When it comes to Tennessee, you never know.
Well,
on that roller coaster,
we've got some good things to talk about.
Good.
But also, we want to dispose of the 2 basketball tournaments. They are over. The women's, it started out with the 4 teams were South Carolina and North Carolina State, and also UConn and South Carolina. That was the 4 that We're trying to dwindle it down to
Final
one.
Four, yeah. They were
And
both good games too.
That was some good basketball. But now the first one, South Carolina just thoroughly destroyed North Carolina State.
Yeah.
78-59.
Yeah.
But
I think, I mean, it seemed like it was in the second half, like they made a big run, I
they
believe.
made a big run.
Yeah. And put it out of reach.
But on Sunday, that was the South Carolina and Iowa playing for all the marbles. And
Well, that Iowa UConn game though, I mean, that was a really good game, Papa.
it was 71, I think, or 70 something to 69. It was
very close. Yeah. Now the Iowa UConn game, after that one, that was one of the best games I've seen all year.
I thought Iowa might win that game.
I did too. I think once again, they got basically they're zapped. Like last year, same thing. Last year they beat undefeated South Carolina in the Final Four. South Carolina was undefeated last year too, but they didn't have nothing left in the tank when they played LSU. And LSU played lights out. Well, this year they have that UConn game. That UConn game was a much closer game than South Carolina played against NC State.
But
Iowa was flat. Like you could see it in the second half. That's the second year in a row where they was flat the next game.
Iowa had some good players.
They did, and I felt like they deserved. Caitlin Clark deserved to get a national championship. I hate that she didn't get one. Such a talented player, you know.
Yeah.
Just amazing.
But okay, in the men's on Saturday, it was North Carolina State and Purdue. Purdue won handily, 63-50.
Yeah.
So then it was UConn beat Alabama and put them out of the tournament handily.
I know. I was for Alabama in that one.
It was UConn and Purdue to win the whole shebang.
Yeah.
And South Carolina took care of Iowa in the women's. And that they wanted the top prize in college basketball.
I know.
And they in 4 years have won 135 games and lost only 8.
Wow.
That's an average of 34 wins per year and 2 losses per year.
That's Pat Summitt like era numbers there. That's dominant.
So South Carolina has won 3 major titles now. That's tied with Baylor and Sanford.
Yeah, that's crazy.
3 schools have on that title. They've won 3
national championships.
Not 3 in a row, but they've got 3 titles.
Yeah.
Okay, on Sunday, that's when Tennessee got some good news. They hired a lady to be the head basketball coach, and her name is Kim Caldwell. She comes to us from Marshall.
Right.
But
so I didn't know anything about her.
Well, except the fact that she had taken Marshall to the big tournament.
Yes, and they said that was a big deal because apparently they weren't so good when she got there.
No.
The year before, so she must have really turned them around quick.
Then also over the weekend, we had to endure a bombshell that hit, and I mean it rocked the television waves for days and days. John Calipari decided to leave Kentucky.
Yeah.
They did not oust him.
No.
He was the highest paid coach in the United States. Made $33 million.
That's
what they had to buy him out with. But Arkansas was the school that wanted him to come. Arkansas had boosters. The man that is over Tyson chicken operation.
Yeah.
He was back in the move to get Calipari to come to Arkansas.
Oh,
so for days they were trying to finalize a 5-year contract to get Calipari there, and they got him.
So it worked. It worked perfectly. It sounds like the plan did.
Of course,
it's an expensive plan, but he's got the money.
They wanted the cream of the crop. But
let's see if they're getting the cream of the crop, though.
But there's 2 big things that I have concerned about. Number one is, did Calipari lose his rabbit's foot? He had only won one major title. He's been the coach since '09.
He should have more than one national championship with all of the talent that he has been fortunate enough to coach.
He should have.
He should have several. He should have 3 at least.
Yeah. But I'm sure that he saw the handwriting on the wall.
I think
I guess he figured I've got one more year left here. But they had 10 losses on their record.
Yeah,
10 losses
they struggled.
is not acceptable
Not
for
at Kentucky. No.
Not for Kentucky. But
really not.
Calipari decided to pull up stakes and go to Arkansas. But the second question I have, a second thought that is heavy on my mind: who would want to follow his example in Kentucky? Who would want to be coached with the expectation level of the tradition of winning?
It usually, as we've seen in the past, it rarely works out.
So whoever comes will be the sacrificial lamb.
A lot of times they are. Not always, but most of the time,
Most of the time. That's what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, on Monday, UConn and Purdue tried to outdo each other, and it was no contest. UConn won handily, 75-60.
I was glad actually, because it's UConn men. I don't mind seeing them win. UConn women, no, because
they won last year too.
Yeah, UConn men won last year too. But I couldn't be for Purdue after they beat Tennessee, and I do feel like the refereeing in the Tennessee Purdue game was just one of the worst officiating games I've ever seen.
You're not the only one that has said that.
It was. They were very biased against Tennessee. It's just a fact.
Biased.
They were. They showed clear favoritism towards the big guy in the paint for Purdue. They did.
Boy, he was something else.
Yeah, he is. He is.
7'4". That's pretty tall.
Yeah, that's very big.
We were talking today in 1 Samuel in the Bible study. The first king of Israel was Saul.
Yeah.
Saul stood head and shoulders above everyone else in Israel.
Right.
He was that much taller than anyone else.
Yeah.
So a tall fella gets attention.
That's true.
He gets attention. And Saul did not want to be king. He had hid himself so that he would not be selected. But Samuel came and said, "You're the man. God told me to anoint you as king.
Okay.
So you're going to be it, buddy."
It's going to happen no matter what.
Okay. Yesterday, the news supplanted John Calipari just for a minute, and O.J. Simpson died.
Yeah.
At 76.
Yeah, he'd gotten sick, they said. I've heard mixed emotions on that one, obviously, hadn't you?
Well,
some were not sad at all, obviously.
No. He served so many years of the punishment he received.
But it was not from the devil home.
No. It was from a robbery, wasn't it?
It was. There was some people. There are already some people now talking since this happened. Though, they're talking now. So I think it's going to come out soon. And I think the way they sounded it is he did do it. He did do it. He did.
Everything points toward that.
It did.
And I guess he's dead now, and people have the freedom to speak their piece.
I think that's what's happening. Yeah.
Okay. Also, I was in the drugstore today at Stanifer's, and Joel is not at the Masters.
Okay, really?
He usually has a job that he does down there.
Yeah.
He goes every year.
That's right.
But his daughter has a problem, and he chose to stay with his daughter instead of going down there to the Masters. So the Masters is in full swing. Today is the
Okay.
second day. DeChambeau won yesterday. He had the best score yesterday.
What's his name? What's his last?
DeChambeau.
DeChambeau. Okay.
But anyway,
I've never even heard of DeChambeau.
Bryson, Brian, I don't remember his first name, but anyway, I don't follow golf all that much.
No.
Since Jack Nicklaus and Arnold Palmer and Tiger Woods are
The big three, I
not
guess you could
factors
say.
anymore, I don't
No.
find myself wanting to gravitate toward watching I mean, as big as the Masters
true.
is, and it's the biggest thing in golf.
There's not there's not a consistent dominant player. Seems like
No,
that's maybe some of the problem.
I guess that's part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Until someone comes along to take Tiger's place.
Exactly. That's right. Yeah.
I can remember watching Celtics many years ago. Now Larry Bird is beginning to make some commercials.
Yeah. I was about to say now when I was little, the Bird era. That's when I become a Celtic fan.
Well, I can
I
remember
loved
Bob
them.
Cousy.
Yeah, so I didn't get to see any of them, but I know their history. They were dominant. Wasn't
Bill
they?
Russell.
Yeah.
They said that they wouldn't even let
games.
Bill Russell on in public laugh because he had such a silly laugh.
Yes. Can you?
But
That's hilarious. Who would have thought that?
But
But
that's
I've heard that a lot.
but that's all I have in.
But I never heard his laugh. Did you?
Oh yeah,
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
but he
that's
was
funny.
he was 6'10", I believe.
I'd say yeah, every bit of it, or maybe or right at 7 foot.
He's close
was
to it.
Very tall. Well, all right, Albert.
Are you ready for Albert Odds?
Probably not, but I'm ready as I'm going to be.
These are different.
Well, you have to explain each one of them then before you say it.
I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do with this next. I don't know how many weeks it'll take. Maybe 1 or 2 weeks, but these are questions that my daughter Paula asked me when she was little.
What?
These are my answers to
Oh.
her questions.
Are you kidding me? You
Now,
found these?
I remember these.
Wow.
So
wow, Papa.
Listen to what she asked and my answer. Why does it rain? That's the first question I'm going to deal with. Rain comes because of evaporation.
Okay. That
The
shut up for a
evaporation
minute.
is necessary
Yeah.
because of the amount of water that flows into the oceans from the rivers and tributaries. You take the Sequatchie River right here.
Yeah.
It's a good sized river to us, but compared to the Mississippi or the Ohio River,
It's nothing compared
this
to
is
them.
just a stream. But the
True.
Sequatchie River begins in a cave north of Bledsoe County up here
That's
in the
pretty
northern
cool.
part of the county.
Wow.
I've been there. It comes under the mountain from Grassy Cove.
Wow.
It is
Okay.
just a
Wow.
trout stream to begin with, but tributaries,
Maybe I've
little
seen it,
branches,
Mhm.
keep on feeding the Sequatchie River till it becomes a river. It
Wow.
it winds up in the ocean, but it goes into a larger river,
Yeah.
and that goes into a larger river.
And it just keeps going like that.
There's no telling how many tons of water goes into the ocean from just the Mississippi River.
That's just one river.
Just think of
That's
the
crazy.
tons and tons of water that comes over Niagara Falls per second.
Like, for real, yeah.
Yeah, all that goes into the ocean, and yet the ocean is not full.
Right.
So
Yeah.
evaporation takes place.
Exactly. Yeah.
All that fresh water that goes into the salt water must go up into the air.
Right.
So that is the reason we've got so much rain.
That is.
Evaporation causes the rain process.
Well, I
Now-
wish it would hold off. I wish it evaporated a little less here lately. I'll tell you that.
Uh,
We've had plenty of evaporation in the last couple of weeks, Papa.
let me tell you something. To further establish the importance of evaporation, let me tell you this. When God created the heavens and the earth, He made the earth 25% land and 75% water. But the amount of fresh water that God put here to begin with, in creation, whatever that was, has never been changed.
Okay.
God put the initial amount of water that would be fresh,
that is right,
that humans would be dependent on to drink, and animals.
Exactly.
There has never been any more water put here than the initial amount of water that God gave.
Yeah, that's
so
amazing.
that is the reason evaporation and rain is so important.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now the second question.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, if we don't have evaporation, you've got drought.
Well, no, I don't like those either. So yeah,
We'll take evaporation.
We'll take some evaporation.
You don't see evaporation. You don't know that it's taking place, but that's what causes rain.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Number 2. Why grass? Why grass? Now let me tell you something. Grass is not just something that we have to mow to have a pretty yard.
Oh, man.
God gave grass for food to sheep,
True.
to cows,
True.
and to wild animals by the thousands.
Yeah, that is true.
So grass is important
yeah.
in order to provide food. Okay. Plus, if you look out in your yard at any time of the day, you will see birds hopping around eating something out of that grass.
Especially in your yard. I mean, I sit there a lot, you know. But you got those bird feeders there.
Let me tell you now. Let me get to the next question.
Okay.
Why do we have dirt? Why do we have dirt?
No clue. No clue.
If we do not, let's see. No, we're gonna have dirt.
Oh.
If we did not have dirt, what would little boys do to get their knees on their pants dirty if they didn't have dirt?
Exactly.
I can remember playing marbles on my knees. When I'd go home at night, I'd have my dirt on my pants.
Yeah.
Mother would say, "What have you been doing?" "Been playing marbles." I remember the first day that my daddy saw several quart jars full of marbles in her basement. He said, "Who do these belong to?" I said, "Me, Daddy." He said, "Where did you get all these marbles?" I said, "I won them." He said, "How did you win them?" I said, "Playing marbles." He said, "You gamble?" I said, "Sure do." But where would robins get their 21 feet of worms every day if they didn't dig them out of the dirt?
Exactly.
But
I don't know.
Let's thank God that He gave us 25% of land.
Yeah, for real.
Okay. Third question. Back to that grass again. What happens if we don't mow the grass? What happens if we don't mow the grass?
Yeah.
Let me see now. If we did not mow the grass, we let the grass grow. And after a while it'd get out of hand and we just let it grow. Sometimes the grass would get knee high or higher. So then in the fall of the year the farmers would cut that grass and it'd be too much to do anything with, so they would bale it and it became hay.
Wow.
The grass would only grow in
my allergies.
summer and spring,
Yeah.
So, what is that sheep and that cow and those wild animals going to feed on if the grass quit growing? So farmers, they sell that hay to people that don't have hay.
Yeah.
You will see trailers come through here.
A lot
with
of them,
big round rolls of hay.
Yeah.
That some tractors have a spear on the front that will move one round bale of hay from one location to another. But they will sell that hay. That hay is what the cattle and the animals use while grass is growing the next spring for them to eat on.
Oh, okay.
That's why we have grass. Now,
they need it, yeah. They definitely do.
Next question. Why is the grass always greener on the other side?
No, I don't think anybody has the right answer for that one, you know what I'm saying? But there's so much truth to that. So much truth to that.
Okay, this is what I told Paul.
Okay, yeah.
Have you ever heard the saying, keeping up with the Joneses?
That's what I was there thinking in my head. I was about to say, people don't live like that. Don't live like the people that live like keeping up with the Joneses.
Well, this is what happens many times in history.
Yeah.
A neighbor has a bigger house or better house than you do, so you want a bigger, better house than you got. They have a newer car than you got, a bigger car, a better car, you want a bigger, better car. So that's what keeping up with the Joneses is.
Exactly.
And that's why they say that the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence, but it's the same grass.
Well, that's true too. Yeah.
It's the same grass.
But there is so much truth to that.
Well, I'm not saying I gave her the right answer all the time, but I had to give her an answer.
That's a good one.
Okay.
It really is.
Now, the sixth question. How does Santa Claus deliver all the toys on one night?
Oh my God.
All over the world. The answer for that.
I don't never remember what the answer was on that one. I'd ask a Santa something like that.
I'm sure that Santa is an enigma that some people can't figure out.
Probably.
But wise is the person that says what I said. Santa has many elves scattered throughout the world, and some of them live here.
That's true. That's right.
Because mothers and daddies furnish the Santa Claus to the people that do not have one.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's how I got around that. All right.
Yeah.
Now the next question.
My eyes are watering, Papa. I'm not crying if you're wondering.
This is question.
I told you my allergies are in overdrive, folks.
She said, "Can you tell me about death?"
Oh, wow.
I have seen children.
I'd be like, that's too heavy and not, Paul. Let's talk about, let me think on that. I'll get back with you in a day or two.
I worked at the funeral home for 10 years.
Yeah.
I saw several mothers and daddies die. I saw some children die. I saw an 18-month-old baby be buried, a 5-year-old boy get killed. So I have been around death. I have buried over 1,000 people in 10 years. So I've been familiar with death as an adult.
Absolutely.
But at that time I did not know. So this is what I told her.
No, that's
I've
true.
never been there before, nor have I talked to anyone who has come back from death. But the Bible tells us about some folks that died and came back to life.
Oh, yeah.
Several of them. There are two important things about all of them that impress me. Number one, none of them that died shared with me, or I read anything that they saw or did.
It's true.
No one. The Apostle Paul said he was transported up to heaven, and he saw things which cannot be uttered. He could not tell what he had seen.
Yeah, I know. We've talked about that, which, but I said, well, why did he even bother writing that down then? I mean, I don't know bad, but why even write that down if you're not going to say no more than that?
He couldn't find words to express what he felt and what he saw.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I think it was the beauty. I think it was the beauty and the awe of it overwhelmed him.
Well, but Lazarus was dead 4 days, and he came back to life.
Yeah,
He had two sisters he lived with.
That's true.
We have no record of any word he ever said.
Wow.
But number two, all of the people who died and came back died again.
Right.
All
Right.
of them died again
Yeah.
because they're human beings.
Oh yeah.
Even though they came back from the dead, Jairus' daughter came back from the dead.
Yeah. Mm.
The widow of Nain, her son was resurrected from the dead by Jesus. And Lazarus was resurrected from the dead.
Wow.
Okay,
That's a lot of
but all of them died
miracles, though.
again. That same book that we call the Bible tells us about a man named Jesus who died and rose from the dead, the same as these other people did. But he stayed here on earth for 40 days, walking and talking with people, appearing in rooms without opening the door. And he told us about, and then he went to heaven, and then that same book tells us about Jesus dying on the cross, being buried. The two men took him down from the cross and took him and wrapped him in cloths, and put spices on his body. And 3 days later, he came out of that grave, and he stayed here on earth for 40 days, and then he went back to heaven. That same book tells us that there are two places that we go when we die.
Well, yeah, it's heaven or hell.
Heaven or hell. Okay. To get into heaven, a person that believes in and trusts in that fellow named Jesus, they do not have to go to the second place. They get to go to heaven. If we don't deal with that fellow named Jesus, we wind up in that other place. So
there'll be some people that are so evil that they'll turn him down again. They're so evil. There'll be these people that they'll do it again. They'll never accept him, which that's the ultimate way to hell. But there's some evil that will never do it.
I agree with you. Judas that betrayed Jesus. Judas was the son of perdition. I don't know that he could ever have done anything other than what he did, except mankind has a will.
Yeah.
They must choose.
That's true.
Either to serve Jesus or reject him.
That's true.
Okay. Question number 8. Can you? Well, I guess we better quit because we're gonna do some jokes.
Well, that's right. Now they'll let you know if we leave out the jokes.
I didn't want to leave out the jokes. Okay.
Yeah, but we covered quite. That was interesting though. We covered quite a bit.
Well, that's different. That's different.
Yeah, it was.
My fiance and I were in the process of buying a condominium. After finding out how much our mortgage was going to be, my future father-in-law smiled broadly and remarked, "What a country! One day you have nothing, and the next day you owe $80,000 less." That's sad.
I know it's very sad because it's so true.
It was
a lot of cases.
It was 6 p.m. and I was about to leave the corn laundry where I was employed. My boss called me over and asked if I would mind dropping off someone's laundry on my way home.
Okay.
And this woman was 8 months pregnant and she can't get out much anymore, so will you mind taking her laundry over to her house? And I said, well, no, I don't care at all.
Yeah.
So I agreed,
That's
and
nice of you.
driving to that address, I knocked on the door. And the little girl, a sister-to-be, smiled and said, "Hi there."
Yeah.
And I said, "Is your mommy home?" Holding up the white bundle of clothes, I explained I have a delivery for her. The child's mouth opened wide and she said, "Mom, come quick, it's the stork." She saw that wide bundle.
Oh man, that's good.
Well, while I was the new pastor of a church in rural East Tennessee, I assisted a family of parishioners who owned a feed store. It was their busy season, and they needed someone to help fill 100-pound bags of corn. So as I pulled my first bag off the scale and started to close it, I noticed a look of concern on the face of the store owner. The store owner said to this pastor, "When we tie sacks, we use a miller's knot. I don't suppose you can do that." He didn't know that I had spent 10 years farming before entering the ministry, so when I easily tied the knot, he was visibly impressed. And he said, "You're the first preacher I ever knew that knew anything at all about work."
That's pretty good one right there.
Okay. Working for a judge in a common pleas court, I saw many criminal defendants. One man facing drug charges proved unusually helpful. To determine the exact quantity of the illegal substance allegedly sold, the judge asked the prosecutor how many grams are in an ounce. As both attorneys checked their notes, they could not figure out how many ounces were in a gram. How many grams are in an ounce? So the defendant, who had not entered a plea of guilty or non-guilty, he just said to the judge, he said, "Your Honor, there are 28.3 grams in an ounce." So his attorney said, "You better plead guilty."
Yes, I'd say so.
You messed yourself up.
He might could help him on a smaller number, but that's too big.
Okay.
Oh, man, that's funny.
The government keeps saying the economy is on the right track.
Yeah,
There's only one problem. The train isn't moving.
Exactly.
How many lawyer jokes are there? Only 3. The rest are true stories.
Yeah. Oh, man.
One more?
Yeah, I'll tell one more. That'll be fine.
Let me get one here. A psychologist was giving a lecture at a men's club. How many of you make love to your wives every night? He asked. A few raised their hands. Every night?
Right.
Twice a week, he asked. More hands. Once a month. Still more. Only once a year? A man in the back row jumped up and said, "Me!" "Why are you so cheerful?" the therapist asked. "Just one time a year?" He said, "Yes, but tonight's the night." That's a good one in on.
Dang, those were good, Papa. Go.
Tonight's the night.
That was a good one right there. All those were good, actually. Well, that does it for this episode of the Albert and Billy Show. Thanks for joining us today. And hopefully my voice will be back even better next week, and my allergies won't be as bad, and my eyes won't be swollen, nose running. Man, it's just been fun, I tell you. It's been, having allergies has been just about as bad, Papa, as having COVID.
Really?
It's been just as bad and
Well, let me
very
tell you,
aggravating.
Allergies can last and last and
That's
last.
yeah, that's been the problem.
It depends on pollen.
And no, and that's what I'm allergic to. And I can tell when it's out. Man alive.
Well, they give you the pollen level on television.
Yeah. I think I may have to start getting shots or something. I've never gotten an allergy shot or anything or in a long time. I need to do that. I think I'm going to have to start doing that for real. But anyway, thanks for joining us. And producer hopefully will throw us a few ideas here in a week or so.
About the 10th,
about the 300th episode.
300th episode.
Yeah, we got to figure out where we're going to have it and all that good stuff. Because it's going to be here before we know it. It's crazy, but true. Like, it's just a few episodes away. It's hard to believe, isn't it?
Can you believe that?
No.
I hope I'm still alive to be here.
You will be.
I'd like to see it.
Yeah,
I'd like to be a part of
it. You will be. We both will. But you'll just have to tune in for that, folks, and we'll keep you updated on when that's going to be and all that good stuff. But that's it for this week's episode. We'll see you guys next week. Until then, have a great weekend and have a great and safe week. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye-bye, folks.
Hey folks, Albert and Billy here. You're watching us on Channel 18, BTC Fiber. Check us out on BTC Fiber YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe and like. And check out our Facebook page. Be sure to like and share. Thanks everybody for watching.